Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the fifth round. As always, myself, Steven Moustaris. And man, let me just, I was kind of debating on even bringing it up today because it's kind of all over the UFC right now and all over the MMA news of the release of Diego Sanchez after like 15 years in the UFC. I think the last person from like, if you were growing up, I was born in 93, so it's kind of when the UFC got started. I think I became a fan in like, Jesus, I'm trying to think, like '08, I want to say '09, maybe at the latest. And so if that's the case, you've been a big fan of Diego Sanchez. If not a big fan, you've definitely known who he is and at least respected him for, his career and whatnot. And he had a scheduled bout against Donald Cerrone coming up here in 2 weeks. And I was really looking forward to it, not because of the excitement, because I know Donald Cerrone's still old, or not still old, he's getting older, and I know Diego Sanchez hasn't looked great in the last couple performances, so it's not like the performance-wise I was looking forward to, but just as an MMA fan for a while now, and just watching my favorite fighters, or at least like that first group of guys, I should say, that really started it, and that at least got it going in the 2000s, and the early 2010s and whatnot, and really got the mainstream going. And we're talking classics like Ken Flo, Nick Diaz, the Clay Guida fights, Joe Big Daddy Stevenson, like Josh Koscheck fights. The dude had some phenomenal fights. And if you guys didn't know, he just got released from the UFC. It's kind of sketchy to see what's happening. It's probably a solid mix of his coach being an absolute dumbass, himself kind of saying some dumb shit, and a mix of the whole like CTE type thing and whatnot, and it's just not going very well, and the UFC decided to part ways. There's a video out of his coach trying to make some like heroic little like talk at the press conference, at the fighter meeting I should say, and man, I don't know, it kind of rubs me a weird way, just because it's not like I'm attached to Diego Sanchez at all. If anything, I really am not that big of a fan anymore, but I am a huge fan of UFC, like MMA, and more so the UFC as a promotion, just because it's kind of what I got grown on. It's what I was introduced to, and I don't know, man. It's just kind of tough to see these because if you're an NBA fan or an NFL fan or any other sport, major sport, baseball, soccer, all these, it's been around for so long that we've seen so many different generations of athletes, and we're seeing grandkids now playing in the same leagues, and it's of our heroes, and it's MMA is so fresh. It's like, we're really starting to see our favorite fighters and our original fighters that like we grew up on starting to retire and starting to get old. And it's just kind of one of those moments I'm having right now where it's just like, it's making me want to appreciate these guys more. Like Donald Cerrone, for a perfect example, coming down in the last couple fights. It's like, no offense to Donald, he could go on another run like we've seen, but like if we're talking time and we're talking on average, it's looking like somebody around his career would be, not looking at a title shot anymore, not even, definitely nowhere close either. So if he was, he's going to be 40 something by the time he would get a fight, and I just don't see it happening. So it's like, as an MMA fan, I really think we should take this and start, really just soaking up our favorite fighters. And shit, dude, we're seeing it like this past weekend, Dominic Reyes getting knocked out. Like, it's like, dude, just 2 fights ago we thought this man beat John Jones, and then he's got knocked out twice now by people that, I know Jan's the champion, and Yuri, what is it, Prohaska or whatever it looks like, he's about to, hopefully maybe become a champion one day, or at least fight for the championship. So it's not like he's taking the biggest loss, but like, you never know. 2 losses and your favorite fighters could be out, or 3 fights and anything could change. So I don't know. I wish the best for Diego Sanchez. I'm sure we're going to see him all over the place making money and whatnot. He's been fighting for so long for a reason. So it's like, I think he truly loves it. I think he wants the money. I think it's a mix of everything, staying in the spotlight, living up your time. And it's like, dude, hey, good luck. If you go to Bare Knuckle, if you go to Bellator, which I don't think they'll sign you, you go to ONE, PFL, any of these, dude, best of luck. Honestly, it's been a pleasure for 15 years watching you. And it's crazy to even say that. Like, shit, I'm only 27, and it's like, damn, really been watching you since I was like 13 or 14 for sure. So it's kind of wild. So yeah, man, this has been the fifth round as always. Steven Moustaris. So I hope you guys have a good one.